Hey everybody, welcome back. This is turn 56 from iKonik, and I'm here doing War Recap number 86. Took a little while to get back up and running. My rig was down, but we got it figured out. Thanks to Donkey Punch for a little over the text troubleshooting with me. Much appreciated, bub. Alright, so this is the second War recap I've done. We saw Bat Cow last time, so let's check out Broken Legacy. Wow. That says a lot of it right there. Really does. Just looking at those numbers right there. 85 to 35, they used just over half their attacks. Average destruction, 95.3. That's just huge. Man, this just wasn't even close. It was never even close. Uh, at first glance, we looked at these guys, and their bases were weak. They had low walls, bad heroes, so we were pretty sure we were going to take this. Um, we, after a little bit, recognized that just about everybody in that clan was either in champions or masters, so we thought maybe they might be able to bring some halfway decent attacks to the table, but they must have all gotten up to masters by sniping or barching or some little cheater way because they just couldn't attack. They couldn't. I mean, look at this is what they did to us, which is pretty much nothing. 1 stars. That right there, hitting ram. That's the first 3 star they have, and that's down at the town hall 8s. They only got, as you can see, three 3 star attacks. All of them were on Town Hall 8s. It just didn't happen for them. Whereas we had, on the other hand, 27 3 star attacks. We just killed it this war. It's been, I don't know if any of us have ever seen the clan that linked in and that clicking all at the same time. It was pretty awesome. Um, we started off just on fire. So, 3-3-3-3. There's a 90% 2. There's 4 more 3 stars in a row. And there's a 99% 2. And then there's 4 more in a row. 14 of our first 16 attacks were for 3 stars. We just killed it. So I'll kind of show you what we did to their bases. The Town Hall 10s we weren't able to close out on, but those were where we were missing our stars, and that was it, because from 4 on down, those were the Town Hall 9s, and we got every single one of them. And then we get down here into 20 and down is the Town Hall 8s, and we got all those as well. So just an awesome war by everybody. Everybody really killed it. Alright, well, let's take a look at the replays here. I'm going to show 4 this war just because there are so many good ones. I had a really hard time choosing. I watched every 3 star attack multiple times trying to find some good ones, so I decided on going with some that were a little bit different from some of the more, the usual formations that we see a lot of. So the first thing I want to watch is we'll watch Nick do a great job here hogging clone. This isn't the most unusual or like tricky attack ever, but it was just so technically sound that I really liked it. This, as you can see, he's got only a level 3 dragon in their town hall. They all had level 3 dragons in their town hall, so they obviously weren't committed to donating troops. Lures the dragon down south, uses witches. Skeletons are great at distracting dragons, while your wizards polish them off. So witches are just the best thing to have in your offensive clan castle, in my opinion. And then here come the hogs. He does sort of an Asian wall, but I guess it's more, 2 little groups. He lets them push in just a little bit, take out a few defenses, and then here come the heals, double heals down. And pretty much everything that's left is going to be covered by those heal spells. At first glance, before the Teslas pop, this looks like this might not be an easy base to hog because of all the potential double giant bomb spots right around that town hall. But if any of those spots were double giant bombs, um, the hogs just wouldn't have any reason to path through them. So even though those two just north of the town hall there are pretty close, they're not quite close enough, and the hogs aren't pathing in the right direction unless they're going from one of those Teslas to the other. They have to be moving just perfectly for those double bombs to be effective. But Nick did a great job at keeping the hogs in two different groups and keeping them away from being able to trigger that. And a nice, easy 3-star win for Nick. So good job, bud. So next, I want to show you this awesome attack by Mike on their number 18, Ghost. And the thing that really made this attack, in my opinion, was the very beginning here. He starts off all the way up top. He drops 2 loons and 1 hog right here. And doing that, he does 3 things. 1, he takes out that archer tower. 2, he triggers that giant bomb right there. And then 3, he comes over and he also takes out that second cannon right there. So he took down 2 defenses and 1 giant bomb. Here comes, the golem. That's going to distract. He's going to take out the dragon and the enemy archer queen. And here come the hogs. Those hogs, he can be a little more discretionary now where he drops his heal spell with those hogs, because he knows that giant bomb is no longer a factor. This was a cleanup attack, so he knew where the traps were. He knew he could avoid that. But the start right there where he just took out one little section of that base really helped this attack, in my opinion, and it just made it so nice. And that's what we're really trying to do as much as possible in our clan is, scouting the base, discover exactly what is going to work perfectly on that base, and then implementing a plan. He brought the exact right troops to start off that attack. So at this point, just clean up, taking down that BK. Look at all the firepower he has left. He's got the AQ, a witch, couple whiz down below. He just launched those wizards up top. He had those in the bag. So I'll just kind of fast forward here while he's cleaning up. But a really nice attack there by Mike. Understanding how hogs path and how to kind of make it easier on yourself, avoiding those traps. Alright, so the next attack is a really nice attack by Chief Redback using Valks. Underused often because they're not necessarily all that well understood, but when they're used effectively, like they are here by Chief, they can really do a number on a base. So he starts off coming in from the north, Golem to distract, P.E.K.K.A up there from the northeast as well. Here comes the other golem. I like how he kind of keeps them spread out. He didn't want to launch them both at the same time. He wanted to make sure he had those chambers open before he had the other one go. You can see there it is again, another dragon in the clan castle. They got so predictable. It's bad to be predictable with your clan castles because attackers will start to recognize it and adapt. Great jump spell to get in there. He gets maybe a little bit lucky, in my opinion, here, taking out that dragon and the balloon before they do too much damage. The heal spell definitely helped. And you can see those Valks, they get in that open space and they just go to town. They're great when they get into the core. And a nice little second jump spell here. You don't see too many of those. I love seeing jump spells on exit from the core. Trying to break out of the core, especially in a double-walled core like that, is where a lot of gowiwi, gowipe attacks can stall out. But to jump out of the core is a great little technique to keep the momentum of an attack going. As you can see, these Valks, are still up and running. Um, they're almost like little mini tanks. They don't have quite the health of a golem, obviously, or a P.E.K.K.A, but they have a lot of health. They can, you saw them earlier walk through a giant bomb and keep on ticking. So um, when used right, they can be really devastating. They're not great on walls, but if you get nice wide open bases, they do a good job. So just fast forward the last 30 seconds or so here. That's all just clean up. Um, but a really nice attack by Chief there, and something cool, something different that we don't see too often. So I wanted to make sure that was in the replay from this last war. And the last little piece right there. So the last replay that I will show you was by our boy Horsepower on Tintinus 21, and he put together a beautiful Lavaloonion on this base. As you can see, all 4 AD are exposed. The expos are aimed down. It's like this guy was just asking somebody to come along and lava his base. So the jump spell gets him in. You can see he dropped the lightning there for the clan castle. This was before we really had identified that there were dragons all over the place. Obviously, lightning not a good idea on the drag, but he wasn't sure what to expect. So that 1 AD is down. Here comes part 2. He drops that lava hound, a few balloons behind him. And here comes the other 2. He's got 2 more to bring in from the northwest, more balloons behind them. And those lava hounds just tank everything, man. The queen's already down, so he's not worried about that or the expos, but they just take so much damage forever and ever and ever that you really don't need more than 16 balloons or so. I think the most I've ever seen in a Lavaloonian attack is like 20 balloons, and that was just ridiculous overkill by a Town Hall 10. But look at them just work their way through this base, and there's nothing. After that last AD went down, there's nothing left on this base that was going to stand up to it. It's got all those minions and lava pups and a whole bunch of balloons left. But it was really nice technique to identify the Lavaloonian base, to get in there, to surgically remove the AQ and one of those AD with a golem and a kill squad. And just destroy this base. So that was a great attack. Just fast forward here right at the end. So those are our attacks, man. That was, like I said, I wish I could show more. But if I showed all 27 of our 3-star attacks, this would be a 95-minute war recap, and no one wants to watch that. So there you go. Hats off to everybody in iKonik. That was a fun war. You don't want them to all be blowouts like that. It would probably start to not be interesting anymore, but great job on it. And what I really liked too was towards the end, when we knew we had this in the bag, is some people started trying some new attacks, recognizing that this was a war we could afford to think outside the box a little bit and take some chances we might not normally do. And that'll help us grow in the long run, most definitely. All right, so that's it. War 86 is in the books. We are now 71, 12, and 3. iKonik, keep on rocking. Nice job, boys. And remember, more pew pew, less whack whack.